Hello, welcome to this demo of Branchula, a model comparison tool. So let me start by showing you how to log in. You can click the Try Free button. We support multiple ways of signing in, whether you've got a pre-existing Google account, GitHub account, or if you want to just create your own, you can click the Sign Up button. I'm going to use Google to sign in. Now that I'm signed in, you are greeted with the Branchula main prompt page. You can enter your prompt into the prompt input box here. And now let's get to the good stuff. Where do you select the models that you're going to compare? So here in purple, this is our analysis model. This will actually process the results from the other models and generate an analysis report. You can click on this and use the model selector to select which model you would like to use as your analysis model. On the right-hand side here, you see the models under compare. So what models do you want to compare in order to get the models that best meet your use case? So we've pre-populated some of these for you already. You can go ahead and remove these if you don't like the pre-populated ones. You can bring up the model selector here to select more models. We break these down by category for you. So underneath featured, we have recommended models. We also have a popular category, smartest, fastest, and then of course, you've got all of your different model vendors. So I'm going to pick a few here, and I'll pick some new ones and some older models for the sake of comparison. We'll use some models that everyone's pretty well aware of, such as GPT and Gemini. And again, throwing some older ones in here for some comparison purposes. Now, you can prompt Branchula on anything. For this, I'm going to use some TypeScript code here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to say, what errors are there in this code? And then I'll post this here. Right away, you will see the different models that you had selected on the previous screen start going to work. You'll also notice here that we have some protection for you in case any of the responses stall. If they stall for too long, you can either replace the model or you can skip that model entirely. In this case, GPT-5 has recovered and now it is completed. Now, each one of these models has different responses. You can open those up, view the individual responses if you would like, and you can also copy that model's response. You could put it in here to take a closer look at it if you would like. Now, the analysis has completed. Sometimes that will take a little bit of time if it is a long response. Here, you will see that we have color coded the differences and similarities between the models. We use blue to designate a small difference between this particular model, in this case Gemini 2 Flash, and the other models in the pool here. You'll see here we've got purple for a larger divergence. So you'll want to take a look at this one. In this case, GPT-4, a much older version, does not identify that the get to do by ID has a type mismatch with undefined. So that will cause you issues if you attempt to use its response. Here under common points, you will see in green things that all of the models agree on. So in the case of a ID mismatch for the string of 101 instead of a number, you can be very confident that this is something that does need to be addressed, that all the models agree on. Underneath the color-coded similarities and differences, you will see that we provide you with a majority summary. So if in the case of 4 models, if 3 of them all agree on something, it'll show up in this majority summary. We have a combined result, which you'll want to look at for things like code, because this is coalescing the results of all the models into one succinct response. So rather than having to go through each model individually, I could just take this response, copy it, and paste it in here in order to resolve my coding headaches. Finally, we have the Summary tab. This is a brief text representation of the entire analysis report, helping you identify biases from one model to another and determining what their strengths and weaknesses are in order to help you cut down on costs and determine which models are best for your use case. Welcome to this follow-up Branchula tutorial. Let's get right into it. In the bottom left, you have the light and dark mode toggle button. In the top right, click on your avatar and you can update your account type. The reason that you would want to go with one of the paid tiers is you will have access to a larger array of different models. You will have more models that you can query at once, and you will be able to make more prompts per day using the paid accounts. If you go into settings underneath your avatar, you can add favorite models. This way, you don't have to go to the model selector and select them manually every time. They will already be selected for you whenever you reach the main page. Also, when you have filtered out models that don't work for you, you can add them to the blocked list, and that way you won't have to root through too many models when you're using the model selector in the future. Also, you can choose different response styles based on your personal preferences. And if we go into one of my previous responses here, not this one, and you see too many common points or not enough, you can toggle that on and off with the collapse analysis section to make it more legible if that is your desire. Thank you.